Rightio, hello and welcome everybody, what is going on? So this is MiaSanMiaTV. I've got Omar here with me from Sudtribune, Soldier. How you doing?
I'm doing alright, especially after the win against Hamburg.
Yeah, that's actually your bogey team, so I guess that's a very good sign for you.
Yeah, done the double over them this season, so yeah, that's good.
Tuchel, the magic man. So we're here today to look, obviously ahead for tomorrow's match against, us against you, you against us, in a match that could potentially decide if you guys are going to be either third place or fourth place, obviously depending on how the rest of your matches go and how Hoffenheim continue to play. But we decided to do a preview, talking about obviously the weaknesses of each team. Because last time when we did the preview, we obviously talked about the strengths or the key battles of each team. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have, I guess, the opposite of that on the opposite spectrum. So, what are the weaknesses?
Well, weaknesses. Well, the biggest one is that we don't really have enough clinical finishes at Dortmund. Like, we create a lot of chances, but we don't really have that many sort of out-and-out goal scorers. Like, we have Aubameyang and Royce in the rare instances that he's actually playing a game.
Yep.
Love you, Marco, still. But anyway, Aubameyang himself, he's not always on form in terms of finishing. We saw against Hamburg in midweek. Mm-hmm. He missed like 3 really, really good opportunities.
Yep.
Which of course, he scores a lot, so he tends to make up for it. But we do really lack a lot of really, really clinical finishes to finish the chances a lot of the time. There's been like a few games one that really sticks out is like Augsburg at home.
Okay.
And that was towards that was just before the winter break, the Hinrunde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was a game where we had a lot of chances, didn't finish it. And obviously defensively, we're not very good defensively, to be honest. I mean, again, it kind of balances itself out because we're really good going forward. But I think we really just have a tendency to concede the sloppiest goals. And again, in that Hamburg game, we should have really conceded at least 1 or 2. Okay. But Bobby Wood, he fits Dortmund perfectly. Cannot finish a chance at all in that game, at least. So yeah, they're probably the 2 biggest ones, which I suppose don't actually add up very well on just hearing that. But again, they tend to balance themselves out because they create a lot of chances. So it's not always the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I thought it's kind of strange that you mentioned your attack, considering how many goals obviously you guys have scored. But yeah, I have seen some of your matches this season, and especially against Benfica. And when the first match you had, I believe, 10 very good chances, and you missed them all.
Yeah, he had again. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Aubameyang's a great striker, but there are some chances that he misses that are just shocking.
I'm hoping that's going to be the case tomorrow
as well. Terrible. Scored the winner last time, so.
True.
Gonna put a mask on again.
Nah, this time it won't happen, trust me. But yeah, I mean, your defense has generally, in my opinion, probably been your weakest area. Bartra, I don't know, he's never really impressed me too much, besides his passing range. And
good looking guy, though.
Well, nothing to do with football, though. He's a kind person, obviously, as well, considering that he founded Schalke fan. Well, the Dortmund fan in the...
Don't confuse us with those slaps from Gelsenkirchen.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, your defence is certainly an area that we could exploit. Now, in terms of Bayern, I think our weakest area is probably our defence as well. Which, considering the players we've got, you wouldn't really say that. But I just feel that our defence can be penetrated if you go direct. Because I'm guessing tomorrow we're going to play Hummels and Javi. Although Ancelotti did say that it's either going to be Hummels or Javi or Hummels or Boateng. So, but I'm personally thinking it's going to be Hummels and Javi. And from that kind of standpoint, we are pretty slow in defence. So if you guys counter, which you guys are very good at, with the pace that you've got, especially trickery as well, I wouldn't want to be them two if I was facing.
And we probably will play counter-attacking game as well. That tends to be how Tuchel's really played it against Bayern. Like last season, we did that and we got like a pretty good, you know, it was a great game in the league match at the Westfalen Stadion, 0-0, and then in the cup final, you know, the 0-0 again, which was a fairly entertaining game.
Yep.
But you know, I think, you know, like 0-0 against Bayern is not. I don't think it's actually a pretty good result. You know, to be honest, like, I mean, a 0-0 like away from home, I think is a good result, because if you can like win the home matches and draw the away matches against the other teams in like that top four, then that's really good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought we'd be in the title race a lot more than we actually are. Can you believe I actually thought we'd win the league this season?
Well,
I really did. But yeah, we've...
To be fair, a lot of people thought that you guys would have a very good shout just because Ancelotti isn't really known for winning leagues. Guess everyone was wrong.
Yeah.
I guess we just have too much talent in the squad and too much star-studded players that even with a manager that isn't really known for winning leagues and much more of a cup manager, we're still winning. Except against Hoffenheim, but that's a different story.
Yeah, of all the games that you don't win, that you don't score like a last-minute goal in, it has to be Hoffenheim.
Sorry.
I mean, you're just the ultimate club to banter us.
Pretty much, yeah.
And this is where I've like it's in my head that you're just gonna pull out like an amazing performance and just win this like 3-0, like roll it back a little bit. You know, it's just in my head that's just the way it works in football. But to be honest, at the Hamburg match, they're obviously not like a great team.
Yep. And
how the hell they haven't been relegated in like the last few years?
This year, definitely.
To baffle me.
This year they'll get relegated.
I really hope so. Like they're like one of the three teams I really want to get relegated.
What are the other two?
Bayern, because you know then we might win a league. You know, you might think Schalke, but you know then we wouldn't. You know, where would the wins come from? But I suppose, you know, draws this year. But yeah, the other one would probably be, to be honest, it'd probably be Hoffenheim.
Hoffenheim.
In a sense, it's just the sense of I really dislike them. I mean, Leipzig come fourth because I just really dislike Leipzig anyway.
I think most people do.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think in a way they're going to be good for the Bundesliga because they will make it more of a title race.
Okay.
And then it's going to raise the profile of the league, but you know they just got a really dislikable air to them.
Yep. Well, that's interesting. That's rather interesting. Why us to get relegated? That's a bit harsh, considering I wouldn't want you guys to get relegated. I think the games against Dortmund in the Bundesliga are probably the most exciting games. So just from that perspective, I wouldn't want you guys to get relegated.
We might win a league though. You know, I mean, in fairness, like we pretty good, like the win in the back-to-back in 2011 and 2012, and you know we've still offer up some good, well, some great football actually, but you know, wouldn't mind like, you know, just get one season in the second division. You guys can just mix it down there. You get to play 1860 Munich as well.
Yeah, I think they're in the third.
Where they in the third?
They're going down and down.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they have been playing pretty good recently, but they're still going down and down. It's too late for them. They're basically the reverse Werder Bremen, I guess. They're not the team in form right now. But I mean, they are the team in form, but it's too late for them. Whereas for Werder Bremen, it obviously isn't. But then going back to your point about obviously the Bundesliga, if we were not there, Leipzig would win.
Nah,
if you were not there, Leipzig would win.
league would band together. We'd make sure that they continuously disallow their goals for offside.
Hoffenheim would win.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, because we're stealing Nagelsmann anyway. Gonna be Tuchel's assistant. Gonna be like his little mini-me.
I really don't see that happening. Ever. He's going to Bayern. That's basically... The ink is already dry. The ink is already dry.
Yeah.
But speaking of tomorrow, let's get back on track. Speaking of tomorrow, there's one area I wanted to talk about with you, and that is your wingers. Especially one winger, because obviously he's been...
Usman.
Yeah.
It's Usman, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a top quality player.
He's probably, in my opinion, probably the best talent in world football. And
I don't disagree.
I figured you wouldn't. But there is a lot of speculation. I mean, obviously there was speculation that we would probably sign him. which was last year, but obviously, you know, that's a different story. But there is a lot of talks I've seen saying that he isn't that good for you guys, that he's very flashy, but he lacks the end product. Similar to, I guess you could say, similar to how Emre Mor is playing for you guys right now, if he's playing.
I mean, Emre Mor is like, you can tell he has talent, but he's like he thinks he's a little bit better than he is. He's always trying to do something like that wins the game, like always trying like a shot from 25 yards when you've got like a, you know, let's say Schmelzer overlapping who's completely open in space.
Okay.
You know. But no, Dembele contributed really, really well. I mean, you know, he always tries to make something happen, which I really like. But his decision making has improved as the season's gone on, and he's still got a long way to go. But you know, he does provide, you know, some goals, some great assists. Links up really well with Aubameyang, and Pulisic as well, who's you know, who's done really, really well this season. I think as well, his development's coming along very, very nicely.
Okay.
Too. So, but no, I think Dembele's done really, really well for us this season. Definitely didn't expect him to be the best of all these signings. I expected Bartra and Goetze to contribute more. I think Goetze is kind of understandable because of, you know, his you know, physical and injury problems. But you know, I probably expected more from Bartra. But it's come and done well. So yeah, just depends how long we can keep hold of him.
That's a very good question. To be totally honest with you, he's probably the one player I fear the most from your team. It isn't so much Aubameyang. I don't really fear him that much. Pulisic, yes, but not that much. But of all players, it's probably Dembele. It really is, just because I don't know how well our defenders cope with somebody that is just so good on the ball.
Yeah, and to go with the flashy thing as well, you know, he obviously, like, he tries tricks and like step overs and nice little flicks, but it's not over the top. Like when Ronaldo was first at Man United, he was doing that all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that too much, you know. He does the skills when they're necessary. He doesn't just like do like a load of step overs when no one's near him in the middle of the pitch. You know, he'll have his head up and like pass the ball. You know, it's not like it's pointless trickery or anything. Or like, you know, or you know, when he'd be better just taking the man on. You know, he does take the man on, you know, the majority of the time. So for a guy his age as well, his decision making is really, really good too. Okay,
well, flipping that, your defenders handling our wingers, especially I think Robin is probably going to play tomorrow. So your defenders handling Robin hasn't really gone that well in recent history. Do you think it'll go better tomorrow?
No. No, to be honest, I think Schmelzer's had a good season, but of course he's out at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's out at the moment. So you'd probably expect Guerrero to play as the left back.
Okay.
He's had a good season, but he's been mainly playing as a central midfielder. But yeah, I mean, Robin's just like he knows it himself. You know what he's going to do, but he's that good at what he does that it's just so difficult to stop him. So you know, much as I don't like him, mainly because just very good against us. Top class player, to be honest, absolutely top class player.
Okay. Well, last but not least, because you just touched upon it. Speaking of injuries, like who are your players that are out?
We got Royce, of course. He got that injury against Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously he's a big miss, but no, well, not so, it's I don't know. We're kind of used to him almost being out injured, so we're better prepared to cope without him than say if like Aubameyang out of the blue tore his hamstring, was out for the rest of the season. You know, we're much better prepared to cope without Royce. Not only because we do have more players that can play in his position, but also in the last like 2 seasons he's been injured like a lot. So we've kind of gotten used to not always relying on him. Of course we're going to miss him. You're going to miss a top class player like Royce, who, you know, I don't think injuries have anything to do with with his ability. He is still a great player, but I mean, if he didn't, you know, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, I suppose, about his injuries, you know. But I suppose in a sense maybe his injuries have actually kept him at the club. But yeah, I don't think Royce would leave anyway. But Goetze as well. I don't think that's a particularly big miss, considering he's not had a great season. And in the system that we play, he's not always like. He wasn't playing well because when we switched to the back five, it was actually around the time I think we beat you where we played you in the last game. We're starting to play that back five with wing backs, and that we play so much better with that than like a 4-2-3-1 or anything, or a 4-3-3. So, you know, props to Tuchel for, you know, making that change, because we've played so much better with that. As well, of course, Schmelzer as well. His presence on the field's good, and I still think he's a very good, like, you know, defender, wing back. I think he functions very well in the system.
Yep.
I'd rather have him playing there than Guerrero. I mean, I'd like to have Guerrero in midfield, but yeah, I think he'll do all right. But I'd definitely rather have Schmelzer there.
Okay.
I think as tactically functions better in that position. And yeah, like I said, Guerrero I think functions a little bit better in midfield. Surely as well.
All right. How's he been doing for you guys?
We've paid a lot of money for him, 30 million. I'm pretty sure he's our record signing, and he's been okay. You know, he was never going to. I don't think he was ever going to be a starter when he came in, unless he was going to be amazing. Well, I mean, he hasn't. He's been okay, but you know, for the 30 million pounds, you're always going to want more. But I think he's getting better. But I don't know. It's nice to have that option off the bench, to have the option of his speed, and he is a good player. But yeah, I'd start Dembele and Pulisic over him anyway, or Royce, or anyway. I mean, he's not the. Well, he's not a £30 million player anyway.
Yeah, I was actually kind of shocked when I saw you guys do that kind of transfer, especially for that kind of money, because I actually never thought he was good. I never thought the club Schürrle was good. I always thought the one that plays for Germany was good. So it was kind of shocking to see, really, that you guys would splash that cash.
It's almost like Park Yo-ho. I think it's like, did we sign him just because he played for Mainz under Tuchel? I mean, like, Park Yo-ho, man. That's why we just put him in the matchday squad like every few months to remind people he's still there, he's still alive. But we're still paying him money, like actual money. We're still paying him. We don't. Why do? It's like you know, it's like one of those pet players, like a player that's kind of like Alex Bruce and Steve Bruce. They just goes to whatever club Steve Bruce is managing. It almost kind of feels like that. Just goes there because like he likes him, or like, well, you know, just because like he's like a pet almost for him. Well, for
Bayern, I mean, the injury list isn't that big, which is kind of surprising, especially considering the last few years where the injury list you could have written a whole book based on all the injuries. But this year, the only two players that will miss the game will be Neuer and Müller. So, am I looking forward to Ulreich playing against your attack? I thought, considering how he played against Hoffenheim,
he's gonna pull out like man of the match performance.
Well,
clean sheet, probably go at the last minute and score a header.
If he does that, right? If he does that, I'm gonna have to go buy an Ulreich shirt. If he does that, he'll become a hero instantly. Considering in the last game, it was actually pretty. He had a pretty decent game with a lot of mistakes. So if he has this time, I think this time the mistakes will be punished. So from that perspective, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. Your attack, especially your attack against our defense and your attack against our keeper, I am not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to the midfield battle, but not the attack versus defense battle.
I think we'll probably maybe not cut out the midfield, but it'll be sort of like a bit more defensive. Like Weigel's not gonna maybe dictate the game as much, but he'll probably play the passes from deep a bit more. You know, and it'll be maybe a bit more energy in there. Depends which Gonzalo Castro turns up, because it's most likely he's going to start in midfield. Scored a nice free kick. I mean, I don't know where the hell he learned to do that. I mean, but yeah, Gonzalo Castro for a free transfer, good signing. He's either looks like, you know, it's either kind of like, you know, this guy is like one of Germany's best midfielders, or he's like, what the hell? Like, how's he at Dortmund? Is he some like 50-year-old or something? It depends which one turns up. You know, I mean, against Hamburg, he was pretty good. It was pretty good in that game. Against Schalke, not great, to be honest, against the Smurfs.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Interesting to say the least. Last but not least, and this time I'm actually sticking to last but not least because I've said that like 4 times already now. The score predictions.
got optimistic. I'm gonna say 1-0 Dortmund again. Aubameyang to score.
Okay, that's
Gonna break out the mask again. Puma gonna
fine him.
Gonna kick off again. Yeah.
That's
Like
a
the
fairly
social
optimistic scoreline.
Well, you know, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic, but you know what? Let's do it. I feel like we can do it, to be honest.
Okay.
I got optimism this time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think you like my score prediction. We're just going to be a 3-0 victory. I just think that, especially with obviously the Real Madrid match coming up, and obviously us resting players in the last match. Now, actually, you know what? 3-1. I'm going with a 3-1 because I don't trust Ulreich.
There you go.
So you still got your 1 goal.
Ulreich hat-trick.
Yeah. Actually, no, Neuer hat-trick. If he's going to be in the squad, if not, if he's not in the squad, I see him just come down from the stands, head the ball, and score.
Yeah, like Royce coming on his crutches as well.
Well, I like to see that. You can have a debate with Robin on how to not get injured, because that's what he's been doing this year, not get injured.
Yeah, oh man, love you, Marco, but he's made of glass. He just
needs the right manager.
He's the right manager. Maybe he's the right, I don't know, maybe a fitness team, physiotherapy. I don't know. I think it's a combination. I think that everyone needs to be on the same page. To be honest, but yeah.
Well, it was nice speaking to you.
Thanks.
Where could they actually find you if they wanted to find more of you?
If you want to find me on Twitter, at OozBaby, that's Ooze with an S, how it's spelled. Just Zudtribune Soldier. The link to my blog is there. Hamburg article that should be up tonight. Don't post as regularly as I should, but hopefully going to post a bit more towards the end of the season. You know, just getting a discussion with me on Twitter as well. You know, give me some followers, man. Try and have some followers there.
You heard that, ladies and gentlemen? Give him some followers. He needs it. So, thank you for being here. Looking forward to obviously the match tomorrow. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace out and have a nice day.
We're going to win the German Cup.
Yeah, we'll win that.